Hello everybody and welcome to a very short rehouse video, or just a conclusion of a rehouse video, because I already rehoused a lot of these spiders and I just wanted to show them off because basically they're hard to see. They were all on top of that tray you can see there. They were all on top of that, and they were all in small deli cups or in this smoothie cups you can see right there. But let's start with the first one, which is Hapalopus species Columbia large. I don't know the Latin name of the species, but this is the large one. Probably 99% sure it's a female. All others were male. I bought three like 2 years ago. All others were males, and this one is 2 times larger than both of them were, so I presume this is a female. I don't want it to bolt, so I'm just showing you what it looks like. I'm not gonna bother her too much because that's not the point. I don't want her to bolt or anything. This is the whole enclosure. It has a height, it has her moss, it has her previous webbing from the previous enclosure, so that's basically it. I use mixture of organic potting soil with no fertilizers, so it's very safe for tarantulas, coconut fiber, and vermiculite for airiness of the substrate. This is just peat moss and some bark on top of it, so it makes it look nicer. So there she is. I have like 18 spiders to go, so this is just a quick glance of her, and we will be moving on right now. So next up are Brachypelma smithi, an actual Brachypelma smithi I got from Spider World. This is like 1.5 years old, and two of them are bigger than the first one, so I just rehoused these two. But there they are, very pre-molty. I had them in cricket boxes, and then I just rehoused them in this bigger 15 by 20, and it's only 8 centimeters in depth, so just for scale. There it is. This one is much paler because he didn't molt yet, and his brother molted recently, so that's why he's more colorful than he. But this is actual true smithy. So let's move on to the next two. This is Brachypelma baumgartni, also a very rare and special Brachypelma species. I'll just quickly show you it. The same enclosure, the same place. Just let's show you its brother too. There he is. His brother is very pre-molty, so we will be swiftly moving on. You can see how much paler he is, even though there's a direct light shining on top of him. He's much more tamer in colors, much more browner, much more beige-ish, I would say. The same enclosure, just potting soil, moss and everything, and dry substrate on top, so it doesn't have too much humidity. I have two of these and three smithies, but the third smithy you will not see in this video because it's much smaller. So moving on to a pointless showing of Cyriopagapus lividus. I put him in this box yesterday. It's a Blaplast 5-liter Blaplast standard FOSORIAL enclosures I used for most of my FOSORIAL juveniles. It's 19 by 19 by 19 centimeters. It's perfect for FOSORIALs. I can't show you him because he's somewhere in there. It's a Cyriopagapus lividus, about 2.5 inches big, or 4 centimeters if you want the correct measurements. But I'm not gonna poke around and show you him because he's just gonna bolt, and that's not fun. Which is another rare specimen, but which I can't show you. This is Hippoclasmia himalayana, and it's in that hole. I can't show you more of it because it's a FOSORIAL. It's a very nice tarantula, but there's no point in showing you it because it just burrowed. It made a nice hole in just like 12 hours, so it's crazy. But that's basically FOSORIALs for you. Just a pet hole which you will be able to see the next time it moves, or if it's not disturbed it will be on top of the enclosure. But that's basically it for FOSORIALs. I have two more to show you. Hopefully they're outside, but we shall see. Okay, so both of these boxes are for Orphanicus philippinus, the Philippine tangerine. This guy, I just spotted it, it's there, and you can't see it again, but you can see his brother, which is down there. I'm not gonna poke it around again It's not safe to poke old worlds out of the burrows, so you can just see his nice orange ass right there. There we go. Nice and focus. There you go. All of them were moved from the cups like these into bigger enclosures which will last for a year or even more. So now let's actually move on to Poecilotheria. So again, all of these tarantulas were on top of the tray with in the smoothie cups. This just required an arboreal setup, and they have it basically. They see clay balls and then a piece of fabric and then soil on top of that, and there is the first pokey you can see. I don't want to disturb it because it will just bolt, but there is Poecilotheria formosa. I don't want to move this because it's just bolt out, but there it is. Can I show you better? There you go. That's the best I can give you. Nice lighting, you can see all of the colors. That's the first one. I have the second one, but the second one is hiding in this webbing, so I'm not gonna disturb it too much. Moving on to the next species of Poecilotheria I rehoused. There we go with the next one. This one is bolty already, so look at that. I'm not gonna touch it too much. Oh, it almost escaped, so I just touched the enclosure and it's bolting like crazy. This is a Poecilotheria miranda juvenile. Again, all of them are pretty much the same sizes, which is 2.5 inch to 3 inch. I have 3 of them. All of them, if you can see, I'll try to show you. They have these plants that I just took out of their cups. They had only that, they didn't have a hide before, but they, as you can see, they really web nicely around it. They don't need hide because they're kind of still in a terrestrial phase. When they're juvenile, they don't really climb as much. They just hide in some soil or their webbing when they're smaller. They don't need a special hide because they're not using it as well as they should. But when they get bigger like this, you just give them a hide like this cork bark piece and they're happy about it. So let's try to film this one. Just a sec. Okay, there's no way for me to film it better because it is just gonna bolt, but it's on top of that. This is another Miranda. I have 3 of them in total. And this is the third one, which is basically underneath that, but I'm not gonna poke it. So you see, everyone has a flower with their webbing, which was in their previous enclosures. I just put it in, but basically all of the arboreal enclosures are the same. I just like to use it that way because it looks nice and it's consistent, so all of them look almost the same, but not really. Okay, so the last species I rehoused is Poecilotheria tigrina. They all look very similar when they are this size, but they are different when they get bigger. And this is tigrina juvenile. It's actually in pre-molt. As you can see, big butt. Poecilotherias don't have like large abdomens when they're pre-molt, but when they're plump like this, they are basically pre-molt. So I know that, so we will just leave her alone. Again, the plant from her previous enclosure, nicely moss scattered around. Okay, so the second to last Tigrina veseli is right there. I don't want to disturb it too much again. Again, the flower and everything standard, at least with my taste. I like it this way. You can prefer it other way, but I like it. So tarantulas have a lot more room now with these enclosures, and they feel much safer because they can hide behind barks. And when they're bigger, I will move them to bigger buckets, which I will show you when I will actually be feeding males. The videos of me showing you other fosorials and feeding males should be up before this. Hopefully, if I didn't mess it up too much, it should be up by then. But I don't want to disturb it again. Look at it. There it is. a lot of browner colors, and again pre-mold, as you can see, by plump abdomen. And it's not stale, how would you call it, this like pale colorations, just brownish colors, not really her permanent colors, which are black and white on the legs and on the head too. So that's basically it for my rehouse videos. For now, this took me like 2 hours to rehouse. This was a pain. Also one Tarantula escape, which is a standard for me, but that's gonna be it for now. This is the standard enclosures I do. If you like, I mean, this is basically it. If you have any more questions about how I built the terrariums, feel free to ask in the comment section below. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like it, leave a like, subscribe down below, and I shall see you in a new video, hopefully very soon. Goodbye.